As organizations and process industries embark upon their digital journeys, many face hurdles because they are burdened by legacy, which is usually termed as technical and data debt. This problem stems from the fact that the capital projects teams responsible for initial facility builds frequently treat data as an afterthought. This oversight forces companies to retrofit advanced digital solutions onto existing systems, leading to inefficiencies and a disjointed approach to modernization. By changing the narrative and treating data as a core asset alongside the physical ones, managing asset information across the entire lifecycle becomes a seamless part of the journey. Not only will companies benefit from collaboration and efficiencies in engineering and construction, but they will also set the asset up for improved regulatory and safety compliance, risk reduction, and operational integrity. The result? A future-proofed asset designed for adaptability, sustainability, and digital agility. The cost of poor planning. The repercussions of not having data readily available throughout the life cycle are evident time and time again. Let's explore some of the key outcomes that arise from these data challenges and why proactively addressing them during the early phases of a project is crucial for long-term success. No reliable source of data. Without a single, reliable source of truth, operations and maintenance, O&M, teams struggle to prepare for maintenance activities. For example, critical maintenance is frequently stalled when permits must be rewritten and pre-planned activities adjusted, all because O&M teams are working from inconsistent or outdated information. These misalignments burn valuable man-hours, increase safety exposure, and push downtime far beyond what was necessary. Delayed incident response times. When an incident occurs, every second lost. Searching for accurate equipment information can escalate the risk to personnel, assets, and the environment. If operations, maintenance, and engineering leaders can't immediately access reliable, up-to-date data, the window for effective decision-making narrows. This turns delays into costly consequences in safety, downtime, and dollars. Inflexible assets in a shifting market. When market conditions shift, can an asset flex to maximize output and profitability? Without integrated access to real-time monitoring data, design parameters, and operational limits, opportunities to adjust production strategies are often missed. And even when opportunities are clear, poor collaboration with maintenance, especially around critical equipment constraints, can prevent the plan from being executed in time. This can cause missed profits and lost competitive advantage. The inefficiencies caused by disconnected data are a daily reality. However, organizations with structured and accessible asset data can adapt as operating conditions fluctuate, regulations change, and markets evolve. Trying to structure and maintain data retroactively is far more costly than proactively addressing it before handover. That is why operations must be involved early in the design of a project, to help shape the digital foundation that will underpin the asset in the long run and avoid these challenges along the way. How to begin with the end in mind. 1. Think about the full asset lifecycle. Historically, capital projects have been managed in isolation from operations. Project teams tend to prioritize minimizing costs and accelerating startup, while operations focus on long-term reliability and uptime. These differing priorities can lead to organizational silos. Now more than ever, O&M leadership must be involved in project decisions to ensure the alignment of their digital assets with long-term operational needs. Even a strong emphasis on structured data handover and governance can yield benefits. Ensuring representative governance from all stakeholders during the project phase is critical to maintaining data integrity for the operations phase. 2. Establish a digital foundation early. To stay on par with a quickly evolving technology landscape, it's essential to ensure that your assets are digitally enabled from the outset. This requires project teams to integrate digital tools starting in the design phase while establishing a structured data model that supports the entire lifecycle. To help guide this process, here are key considerations that should be addressed during the design process. Asset and equipment hierarchy. Create a clear and consistent hierarchy for seamless integration across engineering, construction, operations, and maintenance systems. Tools. IBM Maximo, SAPEAM, Infor-EAM. Engineering and design data. Align as-built conditions with design specifications for accuracy and consistency between design and final construction. Tools. Hexagon Smart Plant, Aviva Engineering, Bentley Open Plant, Autodesk Construction Cloud. Asset performance and reliability. Data. Integrate asset performance and reliability data early on to enable proactive maintenance and effective risk management. Tools. Aviva PI System, Seek, AspenTech. Maintenance and inspection. Strategies standardize maintenance and inspection plans from the beginning to reduce reactive work and verify regulatory compliance. Tools. GE Digital, APM, Uptake, Sensei. Document and data governance structure. Implement a robust document and data governance structure to maintain data integrity, accessibility, and traceability across the asset's lifecycle. Tools. HXGNSDX, Meridian, Asai, OpenText. By addressing these key considerations, projects can utilize digital tools to drive efficiencies throughout the project lifecycle, especially during handover. Organizations should look to leverage asset information management, AIM, systems, as well as design and construction tools that align with the data foundation and can transition seamlessly into the operating phase. The long-term value of thinking ahead. Establishing a digital foundation from the outset provides long-term value by unlocking greater asset performance and operational efficiency. By leveraging structured data from day one, organizations can move beyond reactive maintenance models and drive predictive maintenance and reliability programs. Rather than relying on fragmented work order history, having easy access to key data, such as OEM specifications, operating envelopes, and run history, enables more accurate forecasting of asset health and performance. Starting early not only accelerates ROI, but also unlocks new levels of operational efficiency, compliance, risk management, and other long-term benefits. Additionally, beginning with the end in mind enables digital maturity and future-proofs assets. In today's fast-changing landscape, digital resiliency is key to navigating industry shifts, volatile supply chains, and geopolitical changes. With technologies like AI rapidly transforming industries, predicting the next wave of innovation is challenging. However, having a solid data framework up front allows assets to remain adaptable and scalable so that organizations can keep pace with emerging technologies. Without this foundation, companies may struggle to integrate new solutions as technology advances, requiring expensive retrofits that could delay progress. By proactively building digital systems, organizations can stay agile and be prepared for whatever the future holds. We future-proof your assets. Recognizing that data and information are as valuable as physical assets is fundamental to future-proofing any asset for maximum efficiency, adaptability, and compliance across all lifecycle phases. To stay ahead, leaders must treat data and digital infrastructure as strategic components rather than afterthoughts. This requires approaching data as a critical asset, enforcing proper governance and structure, and breaking down silos between project teams, operations, and maintenance early in the lifecycle. At ReVisionz, we help organizations achieve this by planning with the end in mind. Our goal is to help you develop a digital foundation that supports not just today's operations, but decades of evolving challenges and opportunities. With a deep understanding of industry complexities and a proven track record of guiding companies through digital transformation, we help companies drive asset performance, enhance efficiency, ensure compliance, and manage risk. Wherever you are on your digital journey, ReVisionz is here to guide the way and help you build digital resilience to maintain a competitive edge in an increasingly data-driven world. Get in touch with our team today. A facility where dollar bills are leaking out of cracks labeled unreliable data, manual workarounds, and no digitalization. Perhaps a broken data pipeline spilling both data and money. A dimly lit industrial control room with multiple screens, papers, and cables. Visually busy, but subtly chaotic. A split-image graphic shows two parallel asset life cycles, one with a strong digital foundation featuring clean dashboards and data flows, and the other with disorganized paperwork, red alerts, and frustrated workers. About the contributor. Jenn Floyd is an AIM program delivery lead with ReVisionz. She leads the delivery of complex multi-year asset information management (AIM) programs that span the full asset lifecycle. She manages cross-functional teams and multiple work streams to implement digital solutions that enhance operational performance, regulatory compliance, and safety. Her work includes deploying standardized tag-centric data models and leveraging tools such as HXG, NSDX, J5, GEAPM, and engineering design platforms to drive digital maturity and improve data integrity across brownfield and greenfield environments.